Hello, welcome to Dungeon Arcade, an actual play role-playing storytelling podcast where me and everyone that's sitting not at our table because of COVID, but at their own respective tables with a microphone, play through different role-playing game systems, one-offs, things like that just show off a little bit of what's out there in the role-playing world. We know that Wizards of the Coast and D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know, sort of dominated the space culturally, but there are a ton of role-playing games and systems out there, some of them very short, some of them very full and robust. And today we are playing Stars Without Numbers. Stars Without Numbers is a science fiction role-playing game created by Kevin Crawford. It's pretty easy to get into. It's a little bit complicated, I'll be honest, especially if you're used to a D&D type system, but like most role-playing games, the key is really just to lean into it, accept that you're going to make mistakes, and just have fun. It's honestly a system. Like I said, it's by Kevin Crawford. Stars Without Numbers. It's available through Drive-Thru RPG. I think it's on his website too. I could be wrong about that, but Drive-Thru RPG has a free version that he puts out that's extremely robust. You can kick him a few bucks that way too if you download the free version. And then there is a pay version that is, crazy. Highly recommend if you like the free version. Definitely remember to pay your content creators. Hint, hint. My name is Adam. I am going to be playing. So we're in the middle of a session with Stars Without Numbers. I believe this is going to be our fifth episode, something like that. I can't keep track. Michael is DMing us, who I will introduce shortly. But my name is Adam. I am playing Dana. And I baked a pretty middling pie using a lot of space alien type ingredients. And I'm a 5'9" purple girl with semi-webbed fingers that's trying not to get noticed by the people in the black tuxedo. Alex, you want to introduce yourself and your character?
Sure thing. First, I've got some unfortunate news, and I noticed this just a few minutes ago. We've been calling this Stars Without Numbers. It's Stars Without
Number.
Single number.
You're totally right. You're 100% right. I've been saying this for like 4 or 5 episodes now.
I just had the thing open. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, well, Stars Without Number is technically the grammatically correct way to say that. You wouldn't say, look at all the numbers. You would say, look at those number, technically. So, I'm sorry. It's Stars Without Number.
All is forgiven. I play.
If I have titled you keep talking. I'm going to run and see if I need to retitle things.
I think you may have to. Also, you're still fairly robotic.
I'm sorry if I'm robotic today, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm doing my best.
Don't worry. I just realized I was muted for the last, I don't know how long, a while.
Good start, guys. I play the character Atticus Biggs. He's a human man. He's a pilot. Some of his greatest exploits in the campaign thus far have been baking a savory pheasant pie, beheading a man, and also flying a ship, and then getting caught in that ship by opening the wrong communication channels. Really just a highlight reel for Atticus.
Nate, do you want to introduce your character while I correct the second episode of Stars Without Number?
Yes, I am playing a Shrike Mazarin. He is a I cannot read my character sheet, apparently. Wow. He is a telekinetic, teleporting,
boy.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, boy. With guns. Thief boy with guns.
Gun boy.
I'm a teleporting thief boy with guns. That's what it is.
Mike Shazarin.
Shrike Mazarin, indeed. Currently, though, I'm cosplaying as, I think, what was it, like Detective Cowboy Darth Maul or something like that?
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
How could you possibly forget about Detective Cowboy Darth Maul is what I'm pretty sure it was.
So the reason we're all on Earth.
That's exactly what it was.
We're all on Earth, and we're in a baking competition for reasons that our DM chose not to give us. And we all needed varying levels of disguises because we found out Atticus is human. I'm purple and semi-human, but a little bit weird. And Shrike looks like the human force.
Straight up made of fire. Had to cover every square inch of my body.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and he still got caught, so I don't know what the point was.
I don't know how I got caught, if we're being honest. I mean, I made a pretty good pie that defied the laws of baking and taste. But other than that, and also did heat up food with my hands, made a fire. I think that was seen.
I apologize for how long this introduction has been. It's been like 3-4 weeks since we've played, so we're trying to remind ourselves.
Yeah.
But finally, the person running our campaign, our Stars Without Number campaign, is Michael, our Galaxy Master. Michael, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Michael, and I'm the Galaxy Master.
You want to take it away since you're the Galaxy Master?
No. I was reading something really quick. Sorry.
Just Redditing while we're podcasting. No big deal.
So, last time, you guys baked some pies, got judged, and throughout the process of baking these pies, Shrike caught some attention
flawlessly in his stealth rolls or whatever they were.
Nope.
I think it was just baking rolls.
There was performance, I think.
Caught some attention, and cell phones were brought out. And then not long after, men in suits started showing up.
Just to really remember, it's just an open field, right? There's like no sort of forest or cover of any kind around here.
I mean, as much cover as there would be like at a fair. So there's like tents and
there's
some buildings where
there's also
like,
corn
are and stuff
right?
like that.
Where are we?
There's probably corn around. Yeah, you guys are currently in a tent.
Is it Iowa?
Yeah, you're in Iowa.
Is it Iowa? I thought we were dunking on Nebraska.
Yeah, it was
Nebraska.
It was definitely Nebraska that we were dunking on the whole time.
Did you say
wrong flyover state?
No,
Sorry,
Omaha, Nebraska.
Is that a? Oh, it is. Okay.
It is
a real place.
Yeah.
Sorry, Omaha, Nebraska. Apparently,
we're gonna forget what we said and dunk on Nebraska again for no reason. Like we live in Indiana. We have no room to talk about. Nebraska.
Yeah, I mean we are 90% corn. That's all we are.
Yeah.
10% Indianapolis, 90% corn.
The difference is that our college mascot isn't named after corn like Nebraska's.
No, it's named after a person from Indiana, which isn't much better.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if it's better. At least
but there's
the corn mascot is like
something.
It's something else. Whereas like the Indiana University Hoosiers is like, how do you make a mascot that is the Hoosiers? You just have a big person.
Yeah,
it's just a guy in the student section who just walks out of the court. Like that's it.
I hear you, but also there's this corn.
but you can have a giant corn.
A vegetable and crop.
It's still, I feel like, more creative than a man.
I mean, technically it's a corn husker, so it's a person who works with corn.
You're right.
Namely husking it.
It is. Nebraska.
Okay, they're equal levels of
We tried to defend you, Nebraska, and
it
then
would
you
be
go
funnier if they were the Nebraska University corn
people.
No, just corn.
Corn ears of corn? Corn ears?
Just corn.
Just the stalks.
Corn. Here we go,
Stalks.
corn.
The stalks
Here we go.
Actually. Better.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, Michael, let's jump into this.
This is a D&D podcast, right?
Anyway.
We don't play in a while.
No, we should do a podcast where we make, if there's ever another March Madness, where we just record your stupid asinine way of picking teams.
Oh my God,
win.
my time has come.
Pick on everybody.
Yeah.
Isn't someone like the Dragons?
Right, hang on. I have to sidetrack us one more time to dunk on Alex. There was a March Madness where it was the Cyclones versus the Buckeyes, right? A nut. And I had in my bracket, I have my way of whichever mascot would win in a fight is going to win the game. I picked the nut. Alex and Andy and I got into a heated debate for like 30 minutes over this nut.
I will never budge on this.
The nut won, Alex. I don't want to hear it.
You can't tell me that if in a fight between a tornado and a nut, that the nut wins.
The nut will win.
Wait, was it?
No.
Is it a tornado or
It's
a hurricane?
Cyclone.
It was like the Iowa State Cyclone.
Okay. So yeah, I mean,
the nut wins. I mean, if you throw the nut. But if it lands in water, it's fine. If it lands in a bush, it's fine.
No, it gets cracked and dies.
No, it's only if it hits a tree or like a rock or something.
Oh,
In my perfect March Madness head, where I was picking a perfect bracket until you got into my headscape and ruined it. It was going to land in water, and that's exactly what happened, and they won.
All right, take us out of this.
Yeah, I don't want to comment on that, Michael.
Nut beats tornado.
Well, you made your pies, and you were judged, and after Shrike presented his pie to be judged, some men in suits started to converge on his location, one of which was tripped by Don Ah. An initiative is now being rolled, so go ahead and roll initiative.
How do we roll initiative again? Is it 2D? No, it's a D12. It's straight up D20.
D20.
I got there. It's just a bigger die than I kept saying.
Well, I mean, this game also uses, D&D is like roll a D20 at 80 to 8%, like 80 to 90% of the time. That's a critical failure.
Do we add anything to this?
Wait, what'd you say, Alex?
Do we add anything to this?
I don't think so. I think it's a straight up and down roll, isn't it?
Okay. Atticus rolled a 19.
Shrike rolled a natural 1.
I rolled an unnatural 14.
Okay.
It's 14. I rolled a natural 14.
Yeah. All right. First up is Atticus.
Surprise.
You have one of these guys in suits is laying on the ground, and then two more that are moving towards Shrike. One from behind you and one from your right.
So
remind me how the tent is set up. Yeah,
that's good.
So it's a rectangular tent. There's an aisle in the middle, and then there are on either side of the aisle 3 little kind of cooking stations that are just basically just a row of cooking gear on either side of that aisle. And so the one that was coming in from the left is the one that Don Ah tripped. And so there's the one coming in behind you and the one coming in on your right.
So if the tent is north, south, east, west, the aisle is running north, south, just for the sake of it. So Donna is at the first station on the left side, right? Because that's
yes.
And then Shrike is where?
Shrike is in the one station south of.
Okay, and then Atticus. Oh wait, Shrike is one station south of Atticus.
Oh, Don Ah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay. So he's in the middle, and then Atticus is on the southernmost cooking station on the left side.
Yeah.
Okay. So I tripped the guy coming in from the left. There's a guy coming in from the west, like going east towards Shrike, right? Like from outside the tent.
There would be a guy coming in from the east towards the west. You tripped the one that was coming in from the west.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. Okay, so there's a guy.
There's a guy coming in from the east and a guy coming in from the south.
Okay.
And so there's a guy near is on the north side.
Okay. So there's a guy near Atticus coming in.
Yes.
The closest guy to Shrike got tripped by me, and there's a guy coming in from the east.
Yes.
Okay. Established. Atticus.
Okay, I have also a couple questions before I act. Question 1: do we like give up our weapons? Or are we all fully strapped?
You didn't have to give up any weapons.
Okay.
Second, give up a weapon.
Would we like have any idea of what these people are doing and why they're here?
Nope. Just a hunch is all this is based on so far.
But we know that like we're supposed to be hidden. We know that like
yes.
Earth is not like friendly to aliens.
Yes.
Okay. So it's like
So it's a hunch, but it's a pretty safe hunch.
Yeah, I feel like Atticus, wouldn't just go like stab somebody who looks suspicious.
It's pretty on brand.
So
I assume we have a spaceship that got here. Doing like, where is that? Is that anywhere near the fair, or are we like?
It's the invisible spaceship.
You were able to park it fairly close to the fair. We'll say this tent is on the east side of the fair, and you were able to park it on the west side.
In a cornfield.
It blends in.
Yeah.
It's not much bigger than
it blends in pretty well.
Most
it looks
Nebraskans'
like a tent.
big trucks.
What's the ride at the fair that like you're like on a thing that slides up as it spins?
Like the Gravitron or something.
Yeah, it's something
Gravitron or something.
Gravitron. It looks like a Gravitron.
Okay. Are any of my compatriots vulnerable, specifically right now?
Not any more than you are.
Okay.
Shrike seems to have the attention of them, though. So, don't know if you would count that as being more vulnerable.
I mean, I'm just struggling to think what I would do. I think is my pie around?
Yeah. You have your pie right in front of you.
I'm going to grab my pie and approach one of the men who are keyed into Shrike and tap him on the shoulder and say, hello there, sir. Are you one of the judges? Would you like to taste my delicious pie?
Which one is this? Is this the one coming in from the south side? That would be the closest one to you.
Sure.
Okay. He is locked in. He just tries to push past you. He doesn't try to engage with you at all.
Sir, you must be a judge based on your fancy attire. I'm very competitive in this competition. I'd love for you to eat my pie.
Are you trying to like actively hold him up, or are you going to let him just keep?
I'm trying to distract him. Yeah, to keep him from pursuing Shrike.
Then I would say roll a strength check.
Okay.
Because you're trying to like kind of block his path, and he's not really looking to be stopped.
In an innocent manner. I rolled a 10. Wait, what do I roll?
2d6.
Okay, disregard. I rolled an 11. I rolled better with 2d6 than a 1d20.
Okay. Yeah, he's like still trying to push past you, but for the moment you've got him held up. He's not really able to move past you very well. Is that all you want to do?
Yeah, I mean, like at this point, Atticus doesn't have any reason to like attack them.
Okay.
So I'm just I'm just trying to like create a distraction for Shrike to kind of, if this were a Grand Theft Auto game, I'm trying to get his stars lowered so that he's, it's easier for him to slip away.
I also don't think it's going to be easier for us to slip away if we like murder three people in the middle.
That's a good point.
Okay. Next up is Dana.
Okay.
You've just knocked over this gentleman.
Yes, I have, but I apologize.
You apologized.
My goal is to like help this guy up, but not actually help this guy up.
Try and keep him down.
Yeah, but it's like not gonna be obvious. Like if it comes to it, like I will fall on top of this person, basically, while trying to help them up. I think this makes the most sense, but I don't want to like put myself in a vulnerable position. So, I know. Okay, so I like run into him. I like tripped him. Basically, is what happened.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because he would have had to walk past my station, and so I just like kind of retconning this a little bit or thinking about how this might have looked, not necessarily retconning it. I probably got some kind of food or flour on him.
Probably.
So my goal here is going to be to, or my move here is going to be to take a towel, but like specifically a towel that I used the kana. Well, I don't remember how I pronounce it, but one of my items that was like purple, a towel that like I had used on that. So I'm gonna like stain his suit while like trying to help clean him up. So I'm just gonna make it worse, but not like it's not gonna look intentional. My goal.
Okay.
Here. So I'm trying to kind of keep him on the floor without like exerting too much effort. So it looks like I'm trying to keep him on the floor. And like, this is sort of my distraction component.
So like maybe that's how you're like keeping him on the floor. Like you're putting enough weight behind wiping him off.
Right.
It's actually pushing him down. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Then I'll have you make 2 rolls.
This is the dumbest sci-fi thing. I'm just gonna throw that out there. we're trying to distract 2 secret agents in the middle of a baking competition in Nebraska.
Are any of these Will Smith?
I should have thought of a Smith mask instead.
So I'm gonna have you make 2 rolls.
Okay.
One of them is going to be a strength check to see if you can actually keep him down. And the other is a perform to see how convincingly you can make it look.
Okay. So my strength roll is going to be an 8. No modifiers to that. I only have a pretty middling strength. Performance is going to be 2d6 minus 1, right? Because I don't. Unless this is connect, I am trying to make a connection to this person.
No, you're trying to fool somebody.
So I rolled a 6, so minus 1 for performance because I don't have that as a skill. So it's gonna be a 5. So 8 for strength, 5 for performance.
I'm gonna stop using that dice because it's the second time I've rolled a 1 on it.
I'm okay with that actually.
So yeah, you successfully are able to keep him down. And the people around you, they're not trying to intervene or anything. They think you're being genuine. So,
these Nebraskans, they're so dumb.
So next would be the secret agent moving over towards Don that was trying to get past him. He's going to try and move past. So Donna, make a strength check for me. Or no, not. I said like 2 different names at that point.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who you're talking to.
Yeah. The agent that was moving past Atticus, the one that Atticus held up. So Atticus, make a strength check for me.
Okay.
This person rolled really low, so they're probably
7.
Yeah, that's more than enough. I only rolled 4.
You also, Alex, if you have +1 on your strength attribute, you can add that to this roll.
Yeah, I am.
Just making sure.
Yep.
And then will be the agent moving towards.
Is the agent
Shrike?
Is the agent like saying anything as I try desperately for him to eat my savory pie?
It's mostly the same sort of stuff that you heard when you first kind of held them up, like, no, get out of the way, move.
Yeah.
Then the agent moving towards Shrike is going to move towards him and try to grab onto him and put you in a hold so that way he can. Well, I'm going to say he's forcing you to the ground at this point. So he's going to make a strength check, and Shrike make one to kind of resist. Are you going to resist, or are you going to kind of go with it?
I'm gonna resist because if I'm trying to blend in, I feel like a normal person would. If I'm trying to play it off as if I've done nothing wrong, so
yeah,
it'd probably resist. I'm not gonna resist very well though with a 2.
Ooh, yeah, he pushes you to the ground
And
Rolled an 11.
I just straight up die, apparently.
How is Shrike so bad at this? Like, Donna and Atticus are crushing it.
Shrike is like really
Shrike has consistently rolled bad throughout this entire campaign.
This is the thing. They build characters in this, like, I'm going to be a wrecking ball, and then he can't roll for crap. So, like,
I can't roll for crap, but also, like, all of the skills that I put into this thing are, like, for, like, sneaking into places and, like, being, like, a thief and assassin, not for baking and running away from Nebraska agents. Like,
can just Shrike stealth his way out of the hold?
Yeah, can I just like sneak away from his arm?
You can teleport, right?
I can, but I wanted to use that as a last result because that's about the most abnormal you could possibly get.
Fair,
but that might be.
It's not like this is getting better for you.
No, it's not. I just wanted to save that. I just wanted to see if I could somehow pull something out of my ass here real quick and like maybe just walk away.
Yeah, it's also not your turn yet, so I guess we'll like.
Yeah, I mean,
his turn is coming up. So yeah, he pushes you to the ground. He's got your right hand behind your back. And yeah. Lastly, the agent.
What did he say?
The agent
hands behind your head or something like that.
Yeah, how does the crowd react to this? The crowd should be on our side, right? We've been entertaining them.
They're just watching and pulling out phones. They don't.
Damn Nebraskans.
Probably on TikTok something.
Then the agent that Don Oz pushing to the ground, he's going to try and force his way back up to his feet. So another strength check from Don Ah.
I rolled a 9.
Yeah, you keep him down. He's
Donna's the strongest. Okay, so like, no, he's trying to get away. Never mind. I'm not going to bring this to your attention.
No, what? I was
going to say the worst words you could possibly say to your DM.
Here's the thing. I get like this is. It's only fair. The longer I'm like engaged with this person, I feel like the more likely it is to figure out. I mean, like obviously, if my like impression is working on the crowd, it should be working on him too. But there's also this chance that he figures out that I'm also an alien. I'm not the most conspicuous. Like I'm not Atticus.
You're purple. I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
And like I talked my way out of that, but also like
at this point,
at this point, I think he's more concerned with actually being on his feet.
Right, and that's what I was gonna say is like that's the other half of it. Like
once he stands up, that might be something he thinks about.
Yeah, okay. Just so I know my timeline here.
Right now, he's basically being held on the ground. So I mean, it's
I'm wiping off the flower. I'm not holding him on the ground.
And now, Shrike, what are you gonna do?
So the cat's out of the bag at this point, right? Like they're pretty certain that I'm an alien.
They're pretty certain of it, yeah.
What a weird phrase. I wonder who put the cat in the bag and like why they were trying to keep that a secret.
You
the cat
did
was
actually
in the bag.
I do have a vivid memory of you putting Bowser in a shopping bag and then putting that shopping bag on a doorknob and watching you try to get out. I think you put the cat in the bag.
No, it was Schrodinger.
Okay.
I freaking hated that cat.
Why did you hate him? He was a good cat.
No, he sucked.
This is off topic. That was a good day. But okay, if they're aware, then you said he's like keeping me on the ground with his arm like against my back, right?
Yeah, he's got your right hand behind your back, and he's holding you on the ground.
I'm gonna like try and he's still laughing at the cat. He was getting mad at the cat, and so he picked it up and he put it in like one of those cloth like shopping bags, and then put the shopping bag both handles on a doorknob. The cat was just in the bag hanging and could not get out, and was trying to get out for like 30 minutes.
I'm thinking of a number of childhood cat antics. Anyway, carry on.
Like, or when you gave the other cat a lightsaber haircut, which it did not like. What? He took the lightsaber.
Calm down. It wasn't a real lightsaber.
Yeah. Took the plastic lightsaber and started going over the cat's hair, going. And the cat hated it.
Okay, let's play this game.
There's a reason that cat didn't like you either. But I'm going to try and like heat up that area of my body. Like I'm gonna just make maybe like I don't know because I can kind of.
Is that something you can do?
I kind of think it might be. I don't know. I mean,
it's interesting because I didn't realize you could control the flames.
I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah, if you could control them, couldn't you have made them die down enough? Where?
Well, I mean, if I made it them, I think they really saw me when I took the gloves off to instead of using the oven, just kind of heat it up with my hands. Well, yeah. I mean, if I was allowed to heat up something, if I was allowed to heat something up with my hands, that means that I made my hands way hotter.
It's true.
Hot enough. So I guess
previous action does dictate future action.
So I'm going to try and burn his hand that's on my back just by kind of like making my back a little hotter. And by a little hotter, I mean much hotter.
Are you okay?
It will definitely turn me into flaming cowboy detective Darth Maul. But
you're gonna definitely burn your clothes off.
I mean, if that's what I'm saying. The cat's out of the bag at this point, right? Like I've got to do something.
So how hot do you make it?
Hey Siri. How hot is a 3rd degree burn?
Okay.
I found 150 degree water for 2 ... I'm going to make it 100 degrees then, because I don't want to hospitalize this man with a 3rd degree burn, but I do want him to like the kind of thing where you put your hand on that and then immediately recoil because it's like, ow, that's hot. So
yeah,
like I guess 100 degrees.
Okay.
That's, I mean, 100 degree water is like a hot tub. That's just a very, very hot tub, but it's fire instead. It's a bad analogy.
I did look up the auto ignition temperature for cotton is like 120 degrees Celsius. That can't be right.
That's very hot.
It's so hot. There's no way.
I mean, I could just like throw a sock in a bonfire and it'll light on fire. So there's no way that. No. You're saying no to that?
Yeah, no, I found a better source.
Okay.
Cotton starts to decompose when the surface temperature reaches approximately 205 degrees Fahrenheit and generates its own heat. So yeah. So yeah, if he's below 200 degrees Fahrenheit, like there's a real chance he doesn't set his clothes on fire.
Okay. I'll just do like 100 degrees Fahrenheit.
You realize that 100 degrees isn't really that hot. But like if a person is 97 degrees, like
fine, all right, screw it. Let's throw
out on the outside, Michael.
But hot tubs get hotter than that.
All right, cool. I'll play chicken with you in the temperatures. 170. Screw it. That's much hotter.
How hot is fire?
How hot? Hang on. Hey Siri.
How much? Whoa. How about this? How much control do you have over it?
Yeah. Also, how hot are you?
How hot does a curling iron get? Is what I'm looking up because I did burn my hand on a curling iron when I was very young, and it hurt very badly, but it did not hospitalize me.
Are you? Wait, this begs a really interesting question because are you? I mean, you're made of fire. Is your fire not inherently hot?
Fire is 1100 degrees Fahrenheit.
Well, I'm also a sentient fire, so I feel like we can throw some of those rules out the window at this point. Also, I was told that I needed to make a character for a
Who cares what precise temperature his fire is? Let's just say
roll a D4.
Uncomfortably hot.
Thanks.
Nate, roll a D4.
I'm rolling it. I did find out that curling irons get between 200 and 300 degrees Fahrenheit, though. That's a 3. That's the best roll I've gotten so far.
Okay, you do 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Does he take his hand off of me?
Yeah. Yes, he does.
Say the bigger question.
Yeah, I don't care about. I'm not trying to kill this man via minor burns. I'm wondering if he stops restraining me. So that's good.
Yeah.
And then I guess it's my movement to get back up.
Yeah.
Then I'll do that. And I light my clothes on fire because we didn't come to a sense of
yes, you did.
Okay, cool.
So now you're a naked fireman.
I'm a man wearing a flaming trench coat, cowboy boots, some rubber gloves, a Darth Maul mask, and what was my hat? Was it like the sparkly cowboy hat or something?
Yeah.
Also, don't Google naked fireman.
I really think you can make this work for you, Shrike.
Yeah, I think I've got something good going for me here. Can talk my way out of this one, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that was the bomb I had concealed under my trench. There's no good way to talk out of it. Either I'm either I'm a terrorist or an alien now. Pick my poison.
It's only half movement to stand up. So you
Oh,
still got half your movement if you want to go somewhere.
I'm leaving. I'm going towards. What's the nearest point of cover that I could probably see? Well, what's the nearest point of cover I could teleport into?
How far can you teleport?
Thought
Thought it was only like 10 feet or something.
it was like 30 meters.
Those are wildly different numbers.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm trying to find it. It's 10 meters. It's right in the
10
middle.
meters.
Okay. So
Not
we're-
10 feet. Not
everyone's
10
a little
feet.
right.
Okay, so 10 meters.
10 meters.
I think it's to somewhere that I can see. Is there a Ferris wheel?
Within 10
not within 10 meters.
I
No.
wanted to teleport onto the Ferris wheel and just kind of write out my victory.
So behind the crowd that is surrounding the tent, there is a barn that you could theoretically teleport to.
So you can light that on fire.
I mean, if I ditch the trench coat, then it should be fine. Oh no, did I only light the trench coat on fire, or is all of it on fire?
It's spreading.
Okay, as a bonus action before I do anything else, can I tap the Darth Maul mask so that it does the "Fear me" voice line real quick before I teleport away? Okay, cool. I'm doing that, and then I'm gonna teleport into the barn.
Really helping your situation there, Nate.
Without my clothes. I'm teleporting into
Without
the
your
barn,
clothes.
but without the flaming clothes. I'm just gonna poof them behind, if that's all right.
So now you're a butt naked flaming man in a barn.
That's what I was before I started all this, except minus the barn.
Do you wear clothes, Nate?
I don't know, man. You didn't ask me about my, like... This is without things I thought I would need before we got started.
The picture you sent when
The
we
picture
first
that
started
you
this.
posted, now we're using that picture.
Well, they had
The Human
clothes
Torch
on.
has an outfit, okay?
Let me look up the Human Torch, because I don't think I'm familiar with
Yeah,
his outfit.
he wears a Fantastic Four uniform. So yeah,
He
the
wears the
picture,
onesie.
the picture
Has
you
a
sent
flaming pair of
has
shorts. He normally has a
clothes?
flaming pair of shorts. How about that?
I'm okay
Is
with
that all right?
Okay.
Cool.
It's up to you. I'm just curious.
He has like a flame-proof pair of shorts and like a vest that he normally wears.
Okay.
That sounds right, because I don't think he would be butt naked at all times.
That's hot
Okay.
though.
Very
Thanks.
redneck.
Thanks. Yeah, Heath tries. All right, so I'm teleporting into the barn without the flaming clothes. Then,
All right.
after doing the "Fear Me" voice line on the Darth Maul mask.
All right. Now it is Atticus.
About time. So I'm still holding up this guy.
Yeah. Nate or Shrike has teleported away.
And Donna is holding down another fella.
Yeah.
What like do the agents say anything when he does this? Like what happens?
It's so the guy that was holding him down is still kind of reeling from being burnt. And the guy Don Oz holding down is currently behind one of the cooking stations, so he can't actually see what's happening. The guy that Atticus is holding up is the only one that would actually see any of this. And so he is just kind of shouted a generic "where'd he go" kind of shit and is looking around.
How close am I to one of the cooking stations?
You're right next to it.
Okay. Okay. I start by saying, "Sir, I need you to try this pie." And I take my piping hot pie and forcefully shove it into his face.
Okay.
Can I ask why, really quick, just before you do that?
To disorient him, and it's...
Here's the thing. Shrike's gone.
Yeah.
You're pretty much safe. You just need to let this guy through.
Yeah. I feel like I bought you guys some time to just like walk away.
Actively engaging something's gonna hurt.
Well, doesn't Donna need some help?
I don't think so. I think that's good.
Well, I'm not being suspicious. I just think that he's a pie judge.
Okay.
And this is
okay.
And I'm playing it off as an accident. Like
it's an accident. Okay.
I'm like handing it to him, but like, whoa! I shove the whole thing in his face.
I was gonna say shoving a pie into a judge's face is still not a great option.
Okay, that was going to be my next question: whether or not it was just a portion of it, or if it was the entire pie.
It's the whole pie.
Okay.
I mean, the remainder of the pie, right? The judges have already tasted their portions, so
that's going to be the next Megabed Media podcast. Is the remainder of the pie?
The remainder of the pie.
All right.
Now, bear in mind, it's a hot pie.
Roll pie.
Roll pie check.
I got a 3.14. Thank you.
The agent takes a point of damage from bad pun. And he's disoriented. All right.
And now I say, "Oh, I'm so terribly sorry, sir," and I lead him to the cooking station and turn the burner on and just kind of like set him there, hoping that maybe he'll burn himself. And then I also grab a pot, like a skillet from the cooking station.
Okay.
And then I move towards where Donna is. I'll go get you something, sir. I'm terribly sorry. What a klutz.
Okay.
But I'm holding a pan now.
Okay.
Just in case, you know.
Yeah.
I like this.
All right. Donna.
Make sure that guy rolls to make sure that he doesn't touch the hot surface.
Well, I mean, it's a pie. It's not like he really needs anything to wipe it off. He can really just take his fingers and...
Yeah, but I led him right to a hot burner.
Yeah.
Oh, did you push him onto it, or?
I just leaned him against it.
Oh, okay.
So that when he, gets himself up, he touches a hot burner.
Well, he's disoriented. He's not like knocked over or anything. It's more of just...
Right. But in his disoriented nature, maybe he touches the hot burner.
Real Home Alone stuff we were building here.
That's really what I'm going for. And then I put a roller skate on the ground.
I tie a hot iron to the rafters again.
I'm gonna try and Three Stooges to feed these guys.
And then I eat a banana and throw the peel on the
ground. Okay. Don what are you doing?
Yeah. So my goal here. So the guy who was wrestling Shrike yelled, right?
Yeah.
What did he yell exactly?
It was just a generic pain. Ah.
Okay, so he didn't yell anything about Shrike leaving.
No.
So I can't possibly know that Shrike is not there anymore.
Well, you heard the other one yell, "Where'd he go?"
Oh, okay. I heard that. So is there like I'm trying to think. I feel like as the player, you're never supposed to say that you're going to roll, that you feel like you should roll something, but I feel like I should roll like a wisdom or an intelligence check to see if I figure that out. Because I'm kind of in this moment of like, I need to keep him down indefinitely at this point. I don't think I have much of a plan beyond like, I just can't let him
keep him down.
Yeah. What's the difference between intelligence and wisdom? I feel like intelligence would be what I'm looking for here. Or Notice? I have notice as a skill.
Do notice.
Okay. Any sort of disadvantage? I rolled an 8.
I'd say it's enough.
Okay. I am aware that Shrike has left, or is not here anymore, at least. I don't know where he went.
Yeah.
But,
so I feel like they were kind of he was the focus of the three. So them saying, where do you go? I feel like that's not too far of a jump. So
yeah. Okay. So I'm aware that Shrike is not here anymore. At this moment, I'm going to profusely apologize first, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm just things worth. I'll just let you get up. You can help yourself to my station. I got clean towels and whatnot, and I kind of start walking away towards Atticus.
Okay.
This is my thing.
So right now, there is one agent in kind of the middle of the tent, one agent on the south side, and the one you're holding down on the west side. Atticus has kind of moved past the middle to where you are. So you don't really have to go anywhere to get to him.
So I guess I want to move away from this guy. I want to turn to Atticus and just kind of be like, where did he go?
My
goal is to get out of here.
I don't know where he went.
Oh, well,
he was there and then all of a sudden he wasn't.
It's so annoying how he does that.
This whole thing's awfully annoying. By the way, would you like here? I scoop up a small bit of my pie off of the counter from where it fell from that man's face. I really think you'll like my pie. I worked really hard on it.
This is really good pie. This is pretty good pie, Atticus. I didn't know you could cook.
I mean, just every now and then I'll whip something up. I think I would have won, if we hadn't, this all hadn't happened. Just
that's the extent of the conversation.
Okay, so I guess because we know where he went, but I'm trying to figure out a logical way in game to figure out where he went, or at least we don't enough to step around a viewpoint. Let's be honest. I don't just want to abandon him.
We definitely didn't set a rendezvous point.
Yeah, we're not that smart.
Where did we? All right, this is a real question. Did we we had to have flown in somewhere, right? Where did we park the ship?
You're on the west side. It's on the west side.
Yeah, we're on the east side of the fairgrounds. The ship's on the west side of the fairgrounds. So I look at Atticus, he feeds me his pie, and I point. Do we have a clear path out the west side of this tent, towards the ship, or am I going to run into one of these two guys?
You're not going to run into one of these two guys, but there's still kind of that crowd that's kind of gathered that is still watching, because now there's 3 men in suits that are now wrestling with 3 of the contestants.
I don't know why that's something worth watching. Okay. Is there any way out of this tent that has a relatively clear path, or that it's
as clear as you're going to get is going to have to be pushing through the crowd, which is kind of all around. So
okay. So in that case,
one way isn't going to be clearer than other.
Yeah. So I basically want to grab Atticus and start heading west out of that tent and just start pushing my way through the crowd. I feel like going into the crowd is a good move too, because that kind of helps hide us.
Okay.
I want to. I don't know if this is possible, but I want to try to hack into Shrike's data slab using my data slab.
Okay.
I have hacker as one of my foci when hacking a database or computerized system. I feel like this is what I'm doing, unless our data slabs aren't connected somehow.
I feel like they would have been connected.
Okay. So my goal here, while we're kind of pushing through the crowd, is to hack into Shrike's data slab and figure out where he is.
Okay.
Okay. So okay. Gonna roll 3d6 and drop the lowest one. I rolled a 4.
That's not going to be enough.
And a 1. Okay.
Wait, a 1 is dropping the lowest?
Yeah, and drop the lowest die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you still ended up with a 1?
No. I rolled 2 2s and a 1. So I have 5. I dropped the lowest though, and I have 4.
Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be enough.
Okay. That's all I got. I tell Atticus this. It's like, I can't hack into his it's too secure. He has a firewall. Before I got there.
He has the most basic firewall I can't get through.
Made of literal fire. I've never seen it before.
So you can't see any of this, but from behind, Atticus and Don, you can kind of hear them now saying, he's got help. The other two are working with him.
Mm-hmm.
And that they went off into the crowd in that direction. And so they're behind you. They don't catch up to you though, but they are definitely coming.